Hello everyone, as you can see the Bohr is back and now we are gonna see that what is the Bohr's model and we are gonna continue the rivalry. So Niels Bohr was very intelligent and he has done and started studying from the library point of view the Rutherford's model and his mathematics first. So what Rutherford gave us? Rutherford gave us the formula which is kind of pretty much simple, so let's have a look at that again so that we can have the things easier on our side, because knowing the person you are going to fight with is a good idea always, right? So here it is. So after the war began, Niels Bohr is studying the teacher's work. So, what it is? Centripetal force is equivalent to electrostatic force, and we got this result. So, on that basis, he calculated the kinetic energy, the potential energy, and the total energy. So, we're going to use all of these things again in the Niels Bohr work. So, that's it, nothing much I have to show you here. So, now we're gonna have our fun part. So here is our board. Back to the board. So what board did? Actually, board did something very interesting. mv square, n you can write everywhere for the orbit, is equal to e square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r n. Well, that's exactly what is done by our, you know that. This is the Rutherford's work. So what's new in that? Pretty much interesting question. So what you have done, Mr. Bohr? Well, Bohr studied this thing, and his second postulate is still remain his masterpiece, MVR. This came from the angular momentum of the classical mechanics, and Niels Bohr discovered nh by 2 pi by himself. Now we're gonna use this and that will going to change everything forever. So let's see what we are gonna do here. So we are gonna do here something very much interesting, and something very great is going to happen in this case. So let's write something. Vn is equal to E by root under 4 pi epsilon naught m r. You can write n here for the orbit, and m is the mass of electrons, so don't worry about that. E is a charge. So you must be wondering that where this thing came from. Let me show you. When we have something like this, take out, divide the m and take the root, and when you take out the root you get something like this. V is equal to E squared divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r n m and the root. So I just solved one more line and wrote directly as this. So this is the velocity. Still, Mr. Board, this is still the Rutherford's work. So where is your work? I want your work. I came here to study your work. Wait, my dear, wait. Patience is the key. I'm gonna show you and blow your mind. So you have to give me some time for that. Okay, I'm going to give you that time. So he just did something very crazy. Again, yes, we are squaring it again. So what was the reason of doing this thing? Like, why we did this? And why have not we satisfied with this one? This looks pretty much good, right? Well, ask your NCRT teacher, not me, because they have done this. I have showed this to you. Otherwise, you will say that it's not in the book, or why have you not taught us this one? So I just taught you. But it is useless. Yes, useless. Why? Just multiply it here and then let me show you. M V R multiply V is equal to E squared divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Why I wrote V square into two parts, one V is here and one V is here. Well, we have only the formula for MVR, so I wrote it like this. So now in this place we can have NH by 2 pi. As you can see, we can write like this, okay? Multiply V n, you can write n everywhere, no matter if even I miss that, you can write it everywhere. E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. So what else we have here is quite pretty much simple. We can write Vn is equal to E square 2 pi by 4 pi epsilon naught multiply NH. So pi get cancelled with pi, 2 with 4. So we have ultimately Vn is equal to E square divided by 2 epsilon naught Hn. As you can see, E is the charge of electron which is constant, 2 is the constant, epsilon naught is the constant, H is the Planck's constant which is itself is a constant. So you can write the relation something like this. Everything is a constant and I'm taking all the constant as K. So K by N. This is all the constant that I considered K for simplicity. So K by N. Now that seems something interesting, Mr. Niels Bohr. So how do you figure out the energy? Niels, because Niels, you see, Rutherford taught us the energy also. So if you are willing to catch up the Nobel Prize, you have to show that too. I'm going to show that to you in the next session, in the next video. Take care.